Colleagues, let's stop disappointing our customers and they are going to love us for it. My name is Sir Eddie, a tailor, a fashion designer, and I sell very good quality fabric. Our mission here is to stop disappointing our customers. And for us to achieve this, there are just some simple laws that we have to obey. If we're able to obey these laws, it will go a long way to making us achieve our mission of not disappointing our customers. One of those laws that we have to obey is Law 1. Never allow your emotions decide or determine when to collect a job from a customer or not. Not obeying this particular law is one of the major problems I have seen that fashion designers, creative, artisan, and every other person that is involved in collecting job from a customer and delivering it have. If we're able to obey this particular law, we would have succeeded in solving 70% of the problems why we'll disappoint customers. Majority of the job we collect from our customers are determined by the way we feel, our emotion, which is not what we are supposed to consider when collecting job from customers. The number one thing we are supposed to consider before accepting a job is to check our records. This record is also supposed to let us know the dates we are supposed to give a customer that we are collecting job from. The majority of the job we've collected from people and our customers are just based on emotions. We don't check our record. We just collect the job like that. We do not have, we are not aware of the date we are supposed to give the customers on when they are supposed to collect their job. If we keep proper records, the record will tell us the job we'll have now, the free date that we'll have to promise another customer, which is when we are supposed to give them the job, and we will not disappoint. Our inability to control our emotions has led us to majority of the time collect job from customers without considering the major things that we are supposed to consider, which is our record. We've made some hasty decisions, we've made hasty commitment, and this has caused us a lot of problems. Some of the emotional reasons on how we collect jobs includes majority of the times we are thinking about we need money, or the person was directed by a previous customer, or the person is our friend, is our neighbor, our relations, or is our boss. These are not the things we are supposed to be considering when we want to collect job from customers. The major thing we are supposed to consider when accepting job from a customer is nothing but our record. This record is supposed to state the jobs we've collected so far, the dates that are free for us to promise customers to collect their job, and that is what we're supposed to be considering, not just collecting job based on the other things I mentioned before, which are just emotional reasons. These things have caused us a lot of problems, and it has put us into so many confusion and leading us into disappointing customers, and that is what we are here to change now. To put these our emotions under check, there are some strategies that we need to apply to make these things, the control of our emotions, easier for us. A of this strategy includes when you receive a call from a customer or a customer approaches you and want to give you a job. If it is a call, you could just tell the person that, please, can I call you back to give you the date that is free for me to deliver the job? Or if the person approaches you directly, you just tell the person, please, can I check my record so I can know the date that is free, that is available for me to deliver the job without disappointing you. By so doing, it gives you the freedom and the chance not to hastily take decisions and not to hastily make promises. You carefully check your record, know when you're free before promising, and that date you're giving the person, you have to keep to it so that you don't disappoint. Don't hastily accept a job because you want money. Don't hastily accept a job because the person was referred by a previous customer. Don't hastily collect a job because the person is your wife, your brother, and all those kind of things that are related to these emotional decisions. That will make you disappoint the person. But if you're able to check your records proper before making promises, I doubt you are going to disappoint anybody in this business of ours. B of this strategy that I have laid down that if we apply, it will enable us not disappoint customers is you have to set some guidelines that are known by your customers. Now, some of these guidelines includes, like for me, if I want to accept a job from the customer, my customers, they are aware that when I take a job, I take 80% of the money I charge them. So this will enable me run my expenses and not have a reason to disappoint the person. Now, secondly, Another one of what I do that are known by my customers. Majority of my customers are also aware that once it gets to 3 or 4 months before the end of the year, I have a way of not collecting job, or I select the kind of job I collect. This strategy helped me to regulate the jobs I collect and not make me take hasty decision and disappoint the customer. Majority of my customers also know that on Fridays and Saturdays are not my work days. They are free days for me so that I can rest and take care of some other family activities and other parts of my life. If they want to give me a job, they are not calling me or bringing a job with a certainty that I have to deliver. I might not meet up because those are not part of my working days and my workers will not be available. And hence, doing the job alone is going to be difficult for me to deliver. Number C of this strategy is that if that job is going to cause you and your workers psychological stress, please do not accept that job. It's not funny working under pressure. The stress involved alone and the money, then the money will not be sweet no matter how much you've collected. So you need to carefully, not based on your emotions, consider the job well before you accept the job. Because doing a job under some pressure, because you're the owner of the job, you might not feel the pressure much. But if you're using your workers to do that job and you put them under so much of that pressure, they could disappoint or they'll just tell you that they are not feeling fine. Hence, everything falls back to you and you might not be able to meet up the job yourself. So you consider that thing well. If the job is going to cause you or your workers psychological and emotional stress, just don't accept the job. The customers will even be happy because you're telling them the truth than accepting the job, accepting money, then at the end of the day, you disappoint them. Which one will be better then? D in this strategy is that you have to have some polite way of rejecting job from your customers because this has to do with feelings. One of these polite ways is that you can just simply tell them that, please, I'm sorry, I cannot deliver the job now. Say, I'll do my best. When you tell them these things, even if you accept the job, if it is not for a major ceremony and you disappoint, they will know that you were letting them understand that you will not be able to meet up, but you were just about to try. But if you know it will not work, the best thing to do, politely tell them, please, I'm so sorry, I can deliver another one another time, but this time around, I will not be able to deliver because the date is already choked and is already booked. These things are not really easy to practice like that, but if it is something you've been doing continually and perpetually, it will be easier for you because practice makes perfect. As you keep practicing and continually apply this principle, obeying this law one, which is one of the major law, it will be easier. It might not be easy when you start, but with time, as you practice it continually, it will be easy. It is something I have done. It is something I do. Whenever I don't continue, I fail. It is something I've tried and it's worked for me before and it's still working. Whenever I apply this principle to whatever I'm doing, it works. You have to try and review your activities daily, weekly, and monthly and look at how far you've gone. Places where you made mistake and where you've not done well. Review it, look at it, and try to improve on it subsequently. Know that these things we do are not to hurt the customers. They're actually to make the customers happy because if the customers know us for this practice and our activities, that when we collect a job from the customers, we don't disappoint them. They will be happy and they will even appreciate you and even refer you to other friends. And there is no best way to get a customer than referral. If people are recommending you to others that this is how you operate and that you don't disappoint, I don't think there is any other strategy that is very good to get customers much more than this. This referral is a very strong way of getting a new customer.